Hello and welcome. There is a new experimental patch that literally just came out like now, and I wanted to go over it today. There's some pretty big changes on here. I'll go ahead and make it full screen in just a sec. But these changes are overall, I'll read over this. The experiment begins. We're hoping to get your feedback. Oh, I didn't even see this tiny thing. Beam type damage reduction against armor health pools is increased from 20 to 30%. Yikes! But I'll go ahead and show y'all full screen. So we've got, and these are overall nerfs, just kind of like to reduce power creep. The phrasing that I saw was power scaling or whatever. Power creep. They're trying to knock it down. So Ana right here, her ammo has been reduced from 14 to 12. This is kind of a surprise. She's already been nerfed, but I guess she's pretty powerful. It's hard for me to say like, oh, I see a lot of Anas in my game, or I see a lot of like, at least this support here. When I play support, I see two other tank players playing, so I get two chances to see what someone would pick per game as a tank. But if I'm just insta-locking Moira every game, or like picking what I think is right, then I'm not seeing what other people are playing because I'm one of the slots. I only get to see one other player. So I haven't seen a ton of Ana just because I don't play her a ton. I prefer Bat. I'm surprised to see Ana nerfed a little bit. Ashe also got a nerf. I'm not too surprised to see this. I keep hearing people complain about it. Complain about her. So her primary fire has less ammo. So it went from 15 to 12. And then her ADS did 85, has been dropped to 80. I don't think this is going to be a huge change to her, except for the ammo. People are going to be complaining about that again. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Because it's almost like she's been reverted back to her previous state. Besides all the quality of life timing things with her reload. Bap got some pretty big changes. His right-click ammo went from 12 to 10, so 10 was his launch ammo size. His regen burst. The total healing went down to 75 from 150, so that's a pretty big nerf to his total healing, considering it still has like a 12-second cooldown. His self-heal remains the same. It is still 150 for him, which is pretty good, because it's, you know, self-sustain is pretty important for him. He can't heal himself with that right-click. So I can see this putting him in a very, like, normal spot instead of him being really weak or anything after this. We'll have to see how the ammo count changes things. Usually how I play Baptiste is I will, when I have to reload, I'll do my regen burst. It'll pick up the slack of the healing while I'm reloading. Junkrat frag launcher, so his main M1 impact damage reduced from 50 to 40. So direct hit, not AoE damage explosion. Direct hit has been nerfed from 50 to 40. That's going to be kind of a big, 10 damage dip in his damage. Now, McCree, his primary fire has been nerfed even more. So they tried to buff it a long time ago, then they reverted it, and now they're just straight up nerfing it, I think, if that's how the patches have been. I think this is just like, overall, this is the slowest he's been. Moira, I was really glad to see a big chunk for Moira. It shows us that the previous change with the direct hit orb and stuff like that, and the fade, it's not going through, or at least it's, maybe it needs some more tweaking, which I think is really good. So let's go through it. So her healing, her M1, the lingering heal has been cut in half. So lingering heal went from 4 seconds to 2 seconds. This is good. A lot of people have been complaining about AoE healing. That's why we saw the BAP nerf up here. His AoE heal got the biggest nerf, but they still kept the self-heal. Because why? It's not an AoE. The self-heal is just for him. And it's self-preservation. They only wanted to nerf the AoE. And by nerfing his right-click, that's also nerfing AoE. Because they're nades. So, you see lingering heal has been nerfed from 4 to 2 seconds. So lingering and AoE heal are kind of like, one and the same, in a sense. And the total healing has been dropped to 35 health per second. So that's just about like 1 health square on a person. About 10 more health than that. And her healing per second, just her base spray, if you're getting directly hit by her spray, went from 65 to 70. So that's going to be really good for her overall healing. I'm glad to see that. And her healing resource consumption rate, I'm so glad, before I go into any of this, I'm so glad they're actually looking at her resources. Because that's been the biggest thing. I've complained about this a ton on stream. Basically, with double shield being super prevalent and stuff like that, you could never absorb or like right click on an enemy directly. They'd always be behind shields. You could still do damage, but you couldn't get any resources. So you'll see some more changes on that. So healing resource consumption rate increased from 11 to 14. That's good, I guess. It's trying to keep her sustain down, but her initial impact high, right? So they're bringing her initial impact up to 70, but her long-term use is going down. So her attach angle, her right click, is that 37%. I'm really glad to see this back. Because I don't really notice any difference in my aim when I see that. If I had it my way, I would make Moira's right click like aim like Zarya beam or Symmetra beam, where you just have to, you gotta track. And then healing resource gain increased by 50%. So when you're damaging, you're gonna get it a lot faster, and then you lose it a little bit slower than you did before. So overall, this is gonna give her like faster reload time, right? So they're kind of reworking that. And then Orisa, the radius has been increased from 4 to 5 meters on her halt, her right-click orb. And then the projectile speed has been slowed. I only played one game with her, and both of the changes that they had earlier felt like too much. It felt like, you know, the halt orb felt like nothing, right? Like, it just felt like you would just have to aim at a wall or hope that you could time it right. Because they basically have to be in the orb with the speed that it's moving. So 25 meters per second, I think, is a good change at least. Pharah's change is a little bit surprising to hear, especially since the last change that went through with her flight speed and the recovery rate and stuff like that, felt like Pharah players didn't really enjoy it. So to see that they're nerfing her even more with her primary fire, being 0.10 seconds recovery has been extended, is very surprising to hear. I don't know how good that's gonna be. If any changes weren't gonna go through, I feel like this one wouldn't, right? Because I don't know, I think there needs to be some sort of base rework to either her, Mercy, or both, because they just cannot function without each other, I feel like, most of the time. I mean, Mercy can, like, stick to an Ashe or something, but you get what I mean. Symmetra, her photon projector, her right click, you charge it up. The max damage has been dropped from 140 to 120, back to its original number. I'm okay with seeing this. I'm not too hurt. I think her real damage potential is in her M1, especially when the enemy team is playing double shield and you just burn through it. That's what I really like. So, I mean, her right click is okay. I'd maybe like to see the charge speed or something go up on the right click, and maybe even drop the damage down even more. I like spamming it, so... Widowmaker right here. So the general ammo on her gun, whether you're right-click mode or not, or, you know, scope mode, has increased. So the max ammo has increased from 30 to 35. And then the scope right here, the ammunition on the scope per shot has gone from 3 to 5. And then scope shots now have 50% damage fall off from 60 to 85 meters, which is very far away. You're not going to be in that range too often. You're really not. He was testing it, and you could still get one-shots on people. And I will have to physically move for this one since I can't scroll any further. Zarya, they basically reverted her... Oh! They reverted her right-click. Basically, on Zarya's right-click, you only get 4 shots instead of 5 now. Which is a revert. And this is another thing. This is AoE damage, right? This is AoE damage going out for her, and they're nerfing that. So that's kind of good. A lot of these are AoE. So like Pharah's Rocket, AoE. Symmetra's right-click, AoE. Orisa, even though it's not really damage, it's still AoE. You're pulling people into damage. Either pulling people into damage or like just having damage so wide it hits them is kind of the same thing, right? McCree is the only one who kind of stands out of this category. He's just straight up, it's a hit scan weapon. But again, right click on junk. And also Ashe doesn't really have to go along with that. Okay, so reading this tweet from Linkser about the Widow changes. He says, incredible sadness takes over. This pretty much only affects Widow 1v1 and some edge cases where you go for picks. I'd love to see how far 60 meters is in like your typical Widow spots, but this is gonna feel ugly. So I guess if Linkser feels bad, I should feel happy, right? Okay, Volskaya Industries.
Oh. Encore.
That is a once in a lifetime performance. You will not get another. Uh-oh. Oh, we're gonna be seeing a lot of Widowmakers.
Oh yeah.
About that.
Which means we're just gonna get one shot a lot.
This is not fun.
Oh, I kind of frontlined. That's on me. It's on me, everybody.
Yo, sorry, it's-
I miss 80 health per second, Moira. That's who I really miss.
I'm sure every Moira main does.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, you get that juice back pretty quick. I like that. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Went
Oh, well.
right in front of that. Are you noticing a lot with the BAP?
I'm noticing I'm reloading a lot.
Mm.
I don't really notice much with the shift, but
Ooh, you about to die. Alright. We go in, we win. We go in, we win!
get her.
The ultimate duo! Fuck. Okay. Oh, you're dead. You're done for! Oh.
I was stuck. I'm just
Yikes.
like, oh god.
I'm tired of Widowmaker already. She gets nerfed, she gets a higher pick rate. Yeah, I'm actually feeling the juice drain speed. Oh, come here, Widow. Here we go. I kind of wish they'd change the passive regen speed along with it, but I don't know. I can't say too much now. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Don't know how I feel about this.
You're fine.
Okay, I'm fine.
You're good.
Damn.
Sure. Oh,
You
the
are not fine.
old chain whip. Oldest trick in the book.
Oh, nice hog.
I could get some heals, thank you. Yeah, you run out of juice super quick. Okay, okay.
Thanks.
No, we're chilling. We're chilling, everybody. I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe if they remove the 0.3 second delay on our M1. This is something I've been saying for like, I don't know, 8 months? Longer than
Since
that?
You got released.
Since she got released? Because if you're wanting to swap back and forth, maybe drop it to 0.2, 0.1. But
0.01.
yeah, that's it. That's the number. Lock it in. Okay, okay. Okay. Yep, yep. That's it. That's the play. Oh my god, he's targeting me. I pressed shift! I pressed it! I pressed the shift button though. I should have shifted. I hate this bar and grill.
That changes my thinking. Allow me to repair that.
No.
We lost our BAP through.
No.
Can't believe it. Yeah. I saw him. He was only using like half of his healing power on his shift. I don't even know how he managed to do that. He was using like 2 nades less than our usual like clip size for him. Don't know what that was about. I was counting his ammo. Never saw the full 12 shots.
I have 8.5k heal.
But what do I have? I feel like all of my health went into the Roadhog.